Everybody wants to be an astronaut. Take the long, tall trail to the sun.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to more for the Golden Path International Tournament, being sponsored of course by Unfussable Narrative. I am your host and commentator, the BlackShadow. We start off the quarterfinals with 56 players and only 16 will make it to the semis. We've had 8 games played so far. There is 1 remaining. It has been an awesome round to watch. A load of really close, bitterly fought games. And as a lead-off from the round of 14, it has been incredible, incredible play to watch. But there's only 1 match remaining now for this round. And now it's time to see who will be the final 2 players to make it to the semis and be 1 game away from the grand final. So before we have a look at the players playing in this match, let's quickly remind ourselves of where we stand here. So yes, 8 games have been played, 8 winners are through to the semi-finals, and the 9th one will be determined today. But of course, 7 of the best 9 second places will also be making it through. And as it currently stands, that is Drazo, Sutek, Hjorth, Strong Acting, Habut, and Nachtmar. Roma is barely hanging on, waiting to see if they're going to be good. Twist Pickle was eliminated yesterday, whereas the bottom scoring second place. So Roma, unfortunately, is going to have to wait and see if they're going to be good enough. It has been really amazing to see, like, out of 8 games, that 6 of them, second place has scored 10 or more. And I think that's really, really good going. I think it's pretty impressive. You don't even see that all that often in just, like, casual play. So I think it goes again to show the games have been really good quality. On the whole, I think it shows that the games have also ended up going longer as people have kind of managed to peg other people back and block other people. Not someone just steamrolling the games typically in 6 rounds, sort of thing. But yeah, nervous times for Roma to see if he will hold on to the final spot or not. And as we make our way into this quarterfinal match, everything's to play for here as well. I think this is an absolutely wide open quarterfinal too, which is going to be super hard to predict here. Deemer, Martel, Glacier, and Toll. And of those, only one of those players actually made automatic qualification at their groups. All the other 3 had to fight their way through the wild card, which has been fascinating. So this one, I think, is completely wide open, and it should be a real scrap. So we're going to start off with Glacier, who was the only person that made it through automatically from the group stages, taking 2nd spot in Group S, second only to Sentient, who had a really, really strong campaign as well, getting through with 3 wins and a 2nd place, with Sentient already booking their place to the semi-finals through quarterfinal D. I think Glacier's acquitted themselves pretty well in this competition, actually, with wins with Duke Leodo and Beast Raban. 2nd place, actually, with Paul Atreides in the 2nd week of the group, which was really awesome, and it's always great to see someone giving Paul a spin. And actually doing pretty well with them. Although a late 4th place finish with the Baron ending any chances of trying to challenge Sentient for top of the table. But still managing to do pretty well. 14 points and 2 wins is going to see you through to the next round more often than not, and that definitely was the case here. So Glacier with a decent group stages before a tense round of 14 match, acquiring 2nd place to Hjorth. Only by 1 spies did that happen, but it was good enough to see them through here to the quarterfinals. I think what's good to see here for Glacier is that they have played a whole variety of leaders. They've played card drawers, they've played combat characters, they gave Baron a spin. Even in the game that they came 4th in, they still scored 9 victory points in a game that had about, 42 victory points scored in it. It was a huge, huge game. So I think that stands Glacier pretty well. They know how to score, they know how to score pretty well, and I think they're going to come into this game feeling fairly confident with themselves and their abilities to make it through to the semis. Of course, at this point, it's all hard. There's no easy matches now, and that is going to be a problem here. So I think Glacier is going to stand fairly well here and will fancy their chances to get through. Next up, we're going to look at Deemer, also known as Simon Bolterberg, who's made his way through Group M, only with a 4th place finish, however. Not the best of returns, but still a fairly solid enough campaign to at least allow themselves a chance to progression, which is what they managed to do. They were unable to really break their way into the top 3 shootout between Fweek, Sneaker, and Peruvian, but they managed to still get hold of 1 game victory here as Tessia Vernius in week 3. It was after a not great start to the campaign with a 3rd place finish with Tessia Vernius, although that was with 11 points scored in a 45-point match to open the group. Absolutely nuts. Followed up as well with a 3rd place with Archduke E. Kaz, and a 2nd place finish in the final week with the Beast. Again, not enough to make their way and challenge the top of the table, but managed to secure the wildcard spot. With a 1 wildcard E as a Lasery Kaz, one of the 3 people in the wildcards to choose a laser, and interestingly, a laser won every single 3-player game that she played before securing victory in the round of 14, again as Tessia Vernius, courtesy of Chow Murky tie-breaking over her boot, with Raw also going through as well. So, definitely seen plenty of Tessia action from Deemer, and I imagine if Tessia comes up in some point in this game, I wouldn't be surprised to see them pick that again as well. Deemer, I think, has had a pretty solid competition, all things being considered, and I think they'll be really happy to have made it through to the quarterfinals. They've had to really fight their way and kind of slog it through to get this far, so I think they'll be very happy to make it through. Can they get that extra leap in and make it to the semi-finals? I don't know. Again, as I've said at the start of this, I think this is a wide open game, and everyone's kind of in a similar situation where everyone's had to really fight to get here. I think everyone's pretty happy to make it to the quarters, and some of them maybe look at this as a bit of a bonus to have made it this far, but like I say, this game completely wide open. Toll can probably consider themselves a bit unlucky to have been edged out in Group P, losing automatically qualification to Bafco and Captain West, both of which have lost in this competition, meaning that Toll is the last surviving member of Group P to still be in the competition. A pretty decent haul, though, for Toll regardless. 2 wins, 15 points. Pretty happy with that, can't complain. Managing to recover a not great start in the 2nd week with Helena getting 3rd place, with a 2nd with the Baron, and then wins with Tessia and Baron Harkonnen as well. So definitely making plenty use of those main influence dudes, and definitely powering their way to the next round. Toll was notably our highest scorer by a distance in the wildcards, playing his Ilban, a 15 victory point game, which I think is the highest score that anyone has achieved in the entire competition before making their way to the round of 14, where they once again scored pretty highly, playing Helena in match A with 11 victory points, which was more than good enough to see themselves into the next round as the highest scoring fast loser from there. Match A, of course, was a dramatic all over the place game as well. I still feel really sorry for Patience as well, who was pretty unfortunate in that match. And but no, if you haven't seen Round of 14 Match 8, you should definitely go see it. It's a wild game. It does mean that in 6 matches played, Toll has effectively scored 65 victory points, which is a really impressive haul. And I actually reckon, in my eyes, is going to make Toll favourite for this match. I think they have shown they can consistently score pretty highly and occasionally score like crazy points. So I think that is going to be really important. Obviously, now getting to the quarterfinals, going looking at the part in the semis, and being able to score that consistently and that decently as well. Even if occasionally they were on the wrong side of a couple of really high-scoring matches, I still think that's going to stand in really good stead. I mean, the only thing that might worry me is a slight reliance on a particular sort of set of leaders. You know, either they've played either the faction leaders or they've played Helena effectively in the 4-player games. So that's my only slight concern. I think if they would end up in like 1st or 2nd position and not have access to any of them, they might have to think on their feet a little bit, and that could be a problem. But if they can get hold of like maybe Tessia or Baron in like say a 3rd spot or something like that, I think they'd fancy their chances to get through. And last up, we have Joshwag, also known as Martel BYM, who ended up getting 5th place in Group D. But to be fair, their results have been a lot better than what it shows. Group D was a really close affair, with Dipwood and Aussie leading the table, although both of them have now been eliminated from the competition, meaning that Joshwag is also the only person standing left from Group D, would you believe it? And even then, as you can see, they only qualified through the group by 0.03% against Floody. Absolutely crazy finish to this one. This group was notable for Ozymandias' charge at the end to get themselves an automatic qualification. Josh Wright just about barely holding on as well, opening up the competition with a win with Helena in a crazy 44-point game, scoring 12. And a second place with Archduke Ekaz scoring 11 points as well. They did fall towards the end, a fourth place with Hundro and a third place for Helena, but having done just about enough to hold on to a wildcard spot, but by the skin of their teeth. It didn't get much easier from there either. Wildcard end, they had a rematch against Wizards of Wit from their own group, winning the game narrowly as Princess Yuna with 10 points. And then in the round of 14, winning match F by a Solari tiebreak. So Martel has lived on the edge throughout pretty much this entire competition, but they've made it this far to the quarterfinals, and I know they are very, very happy to have made it this far. And I think they probably feel that they're living on borrowed time at this point, and feel that maybe they just simply don't know how long they've got left in this competition. They've done well to get this far. They would absolutely love to make it through to the semi-finals, but maybe they viewed this game as a bit of a bonus shot, really. And it's not to take away that Martel's played pretty well, all things considered, in this competition. It just goes to show like how narrow it has been to get through to this point. But maybe that might sound in good stead, you know, to have come so close so many times to being eliminated and managing to squeak through every time shows that there's a bit of grit there and just a ability to just win games and get through qualification, which in a tournament format is very, very useful indeed. So what are my thoughts for this match? So, as I mentioned earlier, I've got Toll to go down to win this game and make the way to the semi-finals. I think this is going to be a really, really close match. I think it's going to be pretty wild. I think this could be a very chaotic game. It's really hard to know how long this is going to go, though. This could go super short, or this could go 8 or 9 rounds. I think everything is conceivable here, and I think this is going to be a game that's going to be largely lengthwise determined by if there's a lot of battle points in combat, or depending on what the decks are going to be coming out as, if they're going to be really powerful or not. But for me, I've still got Toll to win this. And unfortunately, I do have Roma as well to drop out of the last second place. And I'm going to put down Martel, I think, to somehow find his way into the semi-final and keep the train going. So that's my predictions going into this. But I don't make them particularly confidently. I think pretty much anything could happen in this game. It should be a spectacle. There should be drama involved in this one. So let's go sit ourselves down for this final quarterfinal game. Right, everyone, so we are getting ready for the match here. I will be keeping an eye on where we stand for the second place qualification. The players are all aware that it is 9 victory points and 4 spice is what Roma has scored, and know that that is what they'll need if it goes that far to make sure they qualify, but who knows. It is Toll who's got the first place marking, means it will be Deemer to choose. It will be Glacier even to choose first. I do apologize. And let's have a look at Rowan Tex here, and this is going to be a complicated game. Both negotiated withdrawals are on the opening row here, which I've never seen. That's pretty insane. Plus, in the shadows, Bounty Hunter and Assassination Mission. Lots of cheap stuff, and I've got to see, is there an Ekaz or Helena in this game? Helena is, at least. Helena, by the way, is currently absolutely loving this. What an insane row this is for Helena. My god, but text-wise is also fascinating. Memo Cord is very, very strong to do all sorts of bits and pieces. Holtzman Engine, this is looking even better for Helena as we go here, potential. And Detonation Devices could be coupled with some real combat. That could make some complications with Negotiate Withdrawal. Bounty Hunter as well, so there's a lot of potential for Detonation Devices, and there's a lot of combat counts here as well. Baron's here, Tezzy's here, Beast is here. Lidoka, of course, can get it for cheap as well. So I think this is going to be a very, very active and a pretty wild match just looking at it immediately. Makes you wonder if this is maybe not going to be the quickest game in the world here. So it is Glacier to pick first. So this is a tough opening pick, I reckon, here. Do you go for Helena to try and obviously get hold of like one of the negotiators, maybe in the shadows? but you're going to be behind on bits and pieces. You know, the Baron and Tessia are probably going to be in this game in some form. Beast as well could be in. This is going to be a real wild game here. Maybe Lido gets picked as well, but I think this is a really tough 4th choice pick here. It doesn't feel too good to pick like either Baron or Tessia as like Denar for further down, because the other person is in. It's more effective when there's only one of them available here. So I don't envy this choice here for Glacier. He does go for Beast in 4th. I do think Beast in a 4th position, I think is low-key a really, really cool pick. Obviously, it gives options of memo quarters as well to pick up that bump early. Maybe try and luck their way into fold space in the 3rd action, or maybe even pick up like an influence bump somehow else. I don't hate that at all. I think that seems reasonable. So Martel's up next. I mean, the question for Martel is, does he go Tessia or Baron? Now, typically what we've seen a lot of the time is Tessia getting picked in 3rd spot and then Baron in 2nd is what we've typically seen. Don't see a lot the other way around for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just a small sample size of my games here, but that's like, I've seen that before. Who else could you make a shout for? The problem is it's really hard to pick anyone else here because you know that if you don't pick if you don't pick Tessia or Baron, at least one of them is getting picked in 2nd spot, if not the other one possibly in 1st. And if you pick one of them, the other one's almost certainly getting picked anyway. So it's not an easy spot, this, by any stretch of imagination. I don't envy this at all. But they do go for Helena. They are attracted too heavily by the negotiateds and memo quarters and all that good stuff here. So both Baron and Tessia make it the position 2 for Deemer here. He must be wondering, what is going on here? It's a little unusual. I mean, you just have to pick one. What would I be picking here? Probably Baron. I think I'd probably be taking Baron instead of Tessia, but I don't know. It's really hard to know. With the retreating troops, that coupled with Tessia is really scary, though, and really hard to play against. So maybe Tessia's a slightly better pick here. There's no faction access on this opening row, it should be noted. So maybe Baron's slightly better. We do see Baron in the 2nd spot here, leaving Toll to make the final pick here. Probably going to be surprised to see Tessia make it this far down. I mean, Lido's also not unreasonable here. Lido looks okay, but he's not really going to be using Negotiated for any of that access, and it's going to be difficult for him to get to in the shadows, unless he like Hardy Warriors and reveals 2nd round and goes from there, so it's a little tricky. I don't really see a Laser Paul or Ariana, I think, that often. I think it'd be very brave to take that when Tessia's out there, and we do see Tessia Vernius get picked. So, here we go then. This is going to be a wild match. You don't often see Tessia in 1st position either. That is kind of unusual. Deemer's going to go with the normal 2 tokens of Spacing and Fremen. No surprises there. And here we go. Huge opening round here. Huge opening draw. And the first conflict... Oh my goodness me, it is the Influence skirmish with Solari. Absolutely huge here. Tessia Vernius gets both diplomacy cards here. Baron only draws the 1. So, this is going to be interesting. So, Baron is going to get access to folds to shipping round 2. But Tessia can probably has to go Hardy Warriors first to cut that off here. Tessia can definitely go Hardy Warriors and just jam it in. And even if Baron goes fold space twice, he will not have access to shipping because Tessia is going to get in the way here. I don't really see any other options for Toll. I think this kind of forced here. Meanwhile, Helena picks up diplomacy, but finds no signet ring, which is huge. So this entire row is up for grabs here. Beast only finds access to the council with his signet ring, and he's got both his diplomacy cards as well. So he was a little bit unfortunate there for Beast. Kind of wanted to find one of his daggers probably and kind of share that out here. But it is Tessia up first. I think this has got to be Hardy Warriors, I think, every single day. You cannot let Baron have Hardy Warriors on this combat. And you should not be scared of the double fold space from him. I think you gotta jam it in here. And does on the spot. I think this is pretty much forced. Get him in. And, you know, you are going to be frightened of the Beast, though. Beast is scary here. It's going to make this very uncomfortable, but just jams it in with the Hardy Warriors. I think this is pretty standard. So Baron's got a problem here. Obviously, he can double fold space. Oh, the problem is he's never going to be able to ship because Tessia's getting in the way here. And I think they know that. So is there a different option for Baron to take? Is there any other options available? Do you steal steel suits? No, they just go fold space, and they're just going to get it there and not put. They're just going to say, well, it is what it is. So Helena's up and has no signet ring. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So, what do they want to do here? They can't get memo quarters if they want, because of course Beast is in the game. So it kind of de-incentivizes going for any spice. Steel suits doesn't look too bad. I think steel suits get a troop in looks okay. I don't think I can really get behind like an instant reveal for like negotiated, and wow, they go to negotiation as a block. Ha! So they're just gonna block Beast here, and they're saying, no, I'm taking memo calls, there's nothing you can do about it. Okay then, so that's gonna force Beast's hand here to get involved. Curious to see how he's gonna respond here. I think Beast should definitely be looking at some steel suits action. I think getting that second water, getting resources going as Beast is good. You've got your signet ring as well, which, you know, as it stands, you're gonna have a chance to signet ring, but they're not gonna take chances. They're gonna go smuggling first. They're looking for the double smuggle and threatening straight away Swordmaster, which is the way to do it. Don't hate it. So Tezzy's up. Tezzy's got 4 persuasion. Instant revealing is going to be tempting, but with Beast in action, it's scary. Although Beast is using signaling to smuggling, so it's actually you can reveal a bit safer, but you have no daggers, which is also uncomfortable. You've got your Seek allies though. You want to use it. Tezzy could well go with steel suits and just cash in their first snooper right away, but obviously they are going to be slightly compromising their buying, and they're going to be scared of people that are revealing ahead of them. But I think there's a lot of good cards here. I don't think it's a disaster if one person reveals ahead of you. I don't think it's that bad a thing. I think I'd be using the Seek cards more often than not. Maybe Wealth, maybe even Secrets. But I think we've seen a fair few Tezia games over the course of the knockouts where players have not gone all in on just getting influence as soon as physically possible, and it's really slowed Tezia down later on in the match here, so... Other option of Tezia, she could go Carfag as a protection, just to stop and guarantee she wins the combat, which I don't hate. You could Steel Suits and throw the 5th dude in if you really wanted as well. I don't think Tezia needs to worry about shipping. Baron clearly is going to go fold spacing here, so I think Steel Suits and putting the troop in is not bad. But she's going to go Wealth, which I think is also totally fine. Is anything wrong with this at all? So Baron's got 4 persuasion, and he's going to make the early reveal here for In the Shadows. And I don't see any reason not to. There's nowhere else really to go here. So he takes In the Shadows. Some kind of infantry turns up here. He might be tempted by Bounty Hunter. I think it's a pretty cool card, and it helps fund his Signet Ring. He does go for that as well. Sardaukar Legion also on the row here. So Helena might as well take an action here. I don't think there's any point early revealing now. Both of the negotiators are there. You think you're probably going to find one of them. So I think Steel Suits looks pretty good. Steel Suits get a troop in. Seems pretty good here. And this is kind of unfortunate for Beast now. Beast has got both his diplomacy cards. He's not going to be able to use both of them. He's only got one spot remaining, which is Secrets. And he really wants to get dudes in for some money here. If possible. Carfag looks pretty attractive, but first round, both diplomacy cards and not using either feels really bad. The other thing you might be thinking as well is if he uses his Seek allies, he's going to have 4 persuasion, and he might find his way one of the negotiated withdrawals, which he would like. Now, we know that they're probably both going to go here. But it's a difficult spot here for Beast. To know what to do. I don't hate Secrets. I think Secrets is fine using the Seek allies. I don't hate it. Carfag's also fine here. I don't think I'd be going Arakeen. I think the Intrigue is better. But yeah, it's a little difficult. The thing is, the money's not in theory as good for you because you're looking to smuggle again and just cash in and get your Swordmaster that way. And I think there's definitely worlds where you're going to get that because Helena... I mean, well, in theory, I think Baron's going to go fold space. I think Martel is going to negotiate again to get hold of memo quarters because they clearly don't want you getting that. So I think more often than not, you're going to smuggle next round, which means you're not getting a lot. You don't really need the money. I don't think it's doing a ton for you. So for that reason, I think I'd get behind Secrets with probably the Seek allies. Maybe the diplomacy. Again, there's still no faction access out there, so maybe you want to protect that. Of course, Beast really doesn't want to get hold of the Alliance. You could also go Carthag and just try and punt it all to beat Tesia. Tesia didn't put any more troops in, but winning this combat's not doing you a ton, and if anything, the only person that benefits is Beast here. Baron even. But yeah, I think Secrets is fine. Well. First card off the deck is Core the Market, would you believe it? And I tell you what, Beast can pivot into that late. That's a fascinating card. So Negotiated Withdrawal turns up. Tesia takes it. Shifting Allegiances turns up. Helena's got a decision. I mean, Helena Negotiated is super strong here, but Shifting Allegiances is kind of scary to give that to the Beast here. So this is a difficult choice here for Green. Wow. I don't know which one you take. Shifting is inferior, better card, but it's more expensive. But as Helena, when you've got guaranteed infiltration of city spaces, Negotiated is, I don't know. It's really hard to know. I think you got to probably take Shifting to keep that away from Beast, but it's close. And I don't hate some hesitation here. It's a difficult call. I think both are good for you. And both are good for Beast. It kind of depends how you want to see it. Getting the extra troop in would also be kind of useful. Giving that to Beast is also a little scary here. But yeah, it's a tough spot here for Martel. I don't hate the waiting here. I don't think I'm going Sardaukar Legion often enough. I don't think it's good enough here. So it's realistically, it's between Shifting and it's between Negotiated. Depends how you see it. Does go into Shifting Allegiances. War Peddler turns up, which they could have got either way. They're not going to take War Peddler? Wow. They're keeping the deck thin. Not interested in the extra water there. Okay. So Beast is up for 4. Beast, I think, pretty much has to take Negotiated. It's going to make him really difficult to play against here. When Beast Raban gets Negotiated Withdrawal, like, he can couple that with, like, a Signet Ring, chuck it in 4 dudes, and then retreating 3 back and still getting, like, a 3rd place. That's really, really awkward. So Negotiated is taken. And this is going to be pretty wild stuff here. So, Tesia wins it. Helena will get herself 3 Solari. I think everyone's going to be reasonably happy here. So, Tesia is going to be able to... Baron's going to get hold of the shipping this round, and that's it. Tesia Vernius will have their ring to get in the way of the Baron here. I think everyone will be happy enough here. Wow, and by the way, do you want more shipping? Do you want more troops in combat? Well, there you go. Trade Monopoly is next. 2nd place looks pretty good. Even 3rd place at this early stage is not bad either here. So there's plenty to fight for. Of course, Beast now has got a really bad hand. Beast is reliant on the fact that Baron's going to go Fold Space. And then Helena has to decide whether to block Beast shipping for his Swordmaster or take their Memo Quarters. It's be one or the other. Baron decides to Hardy Warrior it. So he wants it all. So he's just going to go in here. And get hold of his shipping this way, which I don't hate. So gets his first couple of points. I'm going to give up the Fold Space here. Now, that's going to make Helena's choices a little bit trickier now. Does Helena go Fold Space? An extra option is given away here. Yellow having a good look here. And Helena goes for it. She takes the Fold Space action. So, Beast can take what he wants here. He can take either Memo Quarters, or he can go for the Swordmaster. I think, given the fact he's got Core the Market, I think I'm going Swordmaster. And he does cash in straight away. I think this is probably better than Memo Quarters here. There are worlds, in theory, he gets to both, but I highly doubt that's going to happen here. So, Tesia's up. Tesia, of course, will shift at some point with Signet Ring, but doesn't need to do it right now. Has both daggers. I don't think Tesia is going to get really heavy into the conflict here. I wouldn't expect. What does Tesia want to do here? Kind of curious. I think going Imperial Basin doesn't seem terrible. But you're not really doing a lot with the spice. Mentat you could do, and I don't hate mentatting. You've got to spare mentat with the cash you've already got here. And I don't think there's any way you're going to get hold of your Swordmaster any faster. You're kind of reliant on your shipping. So, I don't entirely hate Mentat here. try and draw, like, your diplomacy. Maybe even finding a negotiate withdrawal. That'd be really huge here. If you find negotiated, you can legitimately take on the Baron here for this alliance at spacing. That's what you want to do, and, like, really make his life miserable. He might well give it up. More of Mentat, the more I'm interested by it. It's a bit of a punt, I guess, but I don't hate it. But Tezzy's just going to go ahead and just... Wow, she blocks tech negotiation. I was thinking of doing that with the dagger, to be honest. So she's going to get in the way of memo quarters here, which you think is surely going to force Beast into this combat here. Got a decision about what she's going to shift away from to spacing. No way is Tezia... What? And Tezia Vernius gives up... She's not going shipping yet. Wow, that seems kind of nuts. How is she not shipping here? I don't think I can get behind that. So she goes that way around, and she uses the spice to get hold of memo quarters, which is really clever. Oh, and she's going to do it that way. Okay, then. All right, I get behind it now. I didn't see that as Tezia. It's pretty early in the morning here, so she's going to use it this way to get hold of the bump. I was like, what is going on? Could do it either way. I guess it doesn't really matter. And she used it this way to get hold of her free Solari, so she's ready for Swordmaster. So it's actually a pretty cool way to make that toll. Okay, I take that back. That's somewhere to get hold of memo quarters and your resources for Swordmaster. Fair enough. Fair enough. So that is done that way. Artillery is the next one here, by the way. That's pretty good. Intrigue for the Baron. Finds an extra water. It's not great for him right now. Yeah, I did not see that as Tezia Vernius. I simply didn't see that. Tezia Vernius with memo quarters is kind of scary. She's got 4 bumps already as well, so 2 tokens already in hand. So Tezia making good early inroads to faction access here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can't deny that. It's a good spot from Tezia. Guess that's why they're there and I'm here. Have you ever played Tezia all competition? Might have done like one of the free-player games I played. I can't remember. Anyways, so Helena's up. So Helena has not got memo quarters, and she was after that. But the fold space opening up from the Baron has made that... she got tempted in by fold space, which means she's lost memo quarters now. What is the play here for Helena? Carfag looks fairly standard. No, she's going to pick up some spice here. She also has interest in picking up Holtzman as well. So maybe Helena's going to look to go Great Flat, and then Holtzman Engine. Maybe is Martel's next plan here. But it's a bad blow to lose member quarters. I think they really wanted that. Obviously, to get hold of shipping next round. But Tezia's got in the way. Crusade put aside here. Missionario turns up in the row. That is not going to get bought yet. First Ben and Jesuit card out. Pretty cheap row, actually. 4 1-cost cards on the row. That's pretty unusual. Beast, of course, with his Swordmaster. Tezia will not be able to go Imperial Basin. Tezia Vernius has a choice here. Tezia could Mentat, but obviously they've got eyes on Swordmaster. Helena going to Imperial Basin has blocked Tezia from going mining here. So Tezia has either got Mentat or Dreadnought or Pass. Or maybe High Council, but High Council in this game looks ridiculous to me. I can't get behind that. Kind of sucks to early reveal. Because you're picking up Peddler and what, like a Liaison probably? Yeah, quite a shrewd move here from Helena to make Tezia's life awkward here. She's got to decide, if she takes Mentat, she is potentially giving up Swordmaster. But is anyone else getting Swordmaster ahead of you now? I don't think so. I don't hate Tezia going Mentat, and I think often enough she's actually getting back to Swordmaster before anyone else. Baron's got no money. Helena has 4 Solari, but where's she picking up her last 3? I actually don't hate Tezia Mentating here. I think you can get... It's aggressive. It's definitely aggressive here. There's no lies about that, but I don't hate it. Looking at her discard, how many mining cards she got here? She's got 2, so she's guaranteed to get access to Instead of Shipping in some form next round. But what are you looking for here? Your Diplomacy or your Recon, right? The only 2 cards you're looking for. Negotiate, if you draw it, at least you can do something with it. There's probably 2 cards out of them that you're looking for. You wouldn't want to go Mentat, and Convincing would give access to Sardaukar Legion, which isn't a bad card for Tessia Vernis at all. I think that could be really useful here. So, it depends how brave Toll's feeling. The safe move, I guess, is just to pass and grab your Swordmaster next round. But if you're feeling ambitious, you can Mentat it. But it's a risk. There's no doubt about that. It is a risk to Mentat. Don't know what you're going to draw. And revealing, I can't hate. So she will reveal. I think she's going to go Water Peddler, I think, to grab the water. I think she feels she's got none. Wants to keep resources away from the Baron, because Baron will definitely pick up Peddler if you let him. 3 Persuasion. 4 Persuasion, actually, with the dagger. I think for me it's Peddler. See what the card peels off, and maybe grab a Liaison. That's, I think, how I would play this. It's Embedded Agent, which is not affordable. I think a Liaison is fine for Tessia here. Yeah, I like a Liaison here. I mean, it's a decent compliment. So, reveals then. Baron is going to also reveal for free. Baron is going to win this conflict pretty much uncontested. Beast would have to go to Haga Basin in order to get hold of 2nd place, but I think they'll do it. They'll get the water back. I think Beast going Haga Basin is totally fine, I would expect. Baron picks up a Liaison. Helena reveals for 2 to grab the Truthsayer. And then Beast, I think you got to go Haga Basin, pick up the free spice, you get your water back, you get an intrigue. Absolutely no reason not to do it. And we'll do exactly that. They'll have 2 to buy. What do you buy here as Beast? Do you grab anything particularly? Liaison? I think a Liaison's fine. You've got Core on the market. I think you have to buy a Liaison. Yeah. Pretty automatic here. Okay, then. So, Baron wins it. Is going to cash in here. Now, does Baron go for a tech by any chance? Does he go up and down for artillery? Thing is, Baron is not going to be able to ship anymore here. No, he's just going to go down and up. Oh, Beast picks up the Fremen bump. Pretty nice. Now, what does Baron go for here? Does he go for spacing? Or does he give it up to Tessia? He's got to decide now whether they're going to commit to spacing or not. I don't think they are. I think they're going to give it up here, thinking that Toll's going to get in the way. But they might go for it. If they don't bump it, you're right. That's a spacing alliance give up. They're not going to contest it. They're going to go Fremen instead here. Beast picking up the bump, though, as well. So there's going to be competition here. And Beast would like some water. We're going to move on here. First victory point in the conflicts comes at the Imperial Basin. More water available here. Let's see what everyone draws. Helena finds Shifting. Helena finds Fold Space. Baron's got In the Shadows. Tessia finds a Negotiate Withdrawal straight away, but the hand's not that great other than that. Beast has got Diplomacy, but not a lot else other than that either. Baron's got loads of options. Baron's hand's almost too good here. Baron's probably drawn too well. Plenty going on here. So what does Helena want to do? Helena can also challenge the Spacing Alliance. So what does Helena want to do here? There's no way for her to get a Swordmaster this round. There's no way to manage it. She's going to be too slow. She's going to have to wait. Fold Space and then Shifting to Great Flat doesn't look terrible. And I don't hate that at all. That would get you 3 bumps total with the Spacing Alliance. It would get you there. I can't hate that. 5 Persuasion in hand as well looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the way they're going to go here. Beast is up. Beast have options here. Beast, of course, has 3 actions. I don't hate Conspiring as Beast here. I honestly don't hate Conspiring as Beast. But you've got Core of the Market, though. So you've got interest in Selective Breeding to try and start thinning your deck out, which is going to be important. Problem is the Imperium row is a bit awkward here. Sardaukar Legion and Embedded Agent, and the rest is kind of like not a whole lot here. So it's a bit tricky for Beast. I don't hate Selective, though. Selective might start tipping off like how you intended to play it, of course. Do you want to go for the combat? It's a victory point. Imperial Basin's pretty tasty. Is anyone going Hardy Warriors before you? Tesia, maybe, but Tesia's going to ship first. Hyena's got 2 water, and I think she's going to go Great Flat. If you're going to go Still Suits, like, she'd be forced to Great Flat. But then you wouldn't get the Hardy Warriors anyways. But Beast might fight for this, and he decides he's going to do so, so he's going to get stuck in and make the first move. So Tesia will insert a ship and pick up her Swordmaster with her Signet Ring, I would imagine. She wants to get hold of 3 troops, though, into combat, but I don't think there's a way for her to do it. I don't think Negotiated's going to come off here. So, 2 up. Baron up. So Baron's got his fold space, he's got his diplomacy. His water's not doing much of anything here at this point. Get those out of the way. So it's a bit tricky here for Baron. I think Baron just going Still Suits, I don't hate. You're going to pick up a ton of water. You're going to get 2 water, which forces Helena to go Great Flat, which she's probably going to do anyways. But I think you've got to give the option here. But yeah, Baron having a look, trying to work out what to do here. I think Still Suits is not unreasonable. If somehow Helena has not drawn any mining access, you can get there with your fold space. And also, all that water is going to serve you fairly well throughout this game. I don't think you've got a ton else here. I think you've got to hit faction spaces. Secrets feels kind of slow. Wealth, I don't really like, although it will give you it's going to give you some access to Swordmaster probably next round. But I think Steel Suits and getting this alliance going, I think seems pretty reasonable here. Although, of course, Helena was going to go there anyways, so it's kind of, it doesn't matter. Depends if you want to put in 1 troop or 2. I think 2's fine. Helena will, of course, be great flatting and taking the Spacing Alliance, getting their Swordmaster ready. I still don't hate Baron going Wealth, by the way, because someone's going to ship. And if Tesia ships next round and takes the cash, then you're going to be able to get hold of your Swordmaster here. So I think this kind of, you probably have to do this. Martel, as expected. No surprise there. Not interested in the water. Beast up. What do you want to do as Beast here? Carthag? There's not many intrigues out there. You having a lot of intrigues is going to make you kind of difficult to be played against. Arakeen, I don't hate. But Carthag it is. I think this is better. Hello, another bump. Wow, Sisters of the Secret have turned up here. So 2 bumps in the Beast's hand here, making Call the Market looking better. It gives him shouts at taking the Bene Gesserit Alliance as well, by the way. I would not bother putting any troops in. You got an action to go. You've got no swords, though, which is a little uncomfortable. So let's see what Tesia wants to do here. I think Tesia's got to get her Swordmaster now. I think she's forced. I think Tesia had potential thoughts of going Arakeen to get the 3 troops in and take the bump. But I think, given that Helena's now got a Swordmaster ready, and you're going to ship next round, I think you just got to take your Swordmaster. I think Toll's not going to take any chances here. Curious to see if they're going to shift away from, like, the Fremen or something to another faction. I wouldn't hate that. But they might not bother. And they don't. Baron's going to go Mentatting here. Interesting. Well, he finds his other dagger, which is not what he wanted here. So Beast is threatening this combat here. Helena reveals the 5 grabbing Embedded Agent. They don't have any Bene Gesserit to play off at the moment, but it's a reasonable... It's not a bad reveal. Helena just gradually making themselves more and more uninteractable here. So Beast has been put in a decision here. It's a little uncomfortable for them. Beast threatening to try to make life difficult for this combat here. Scout turns up in the row, by the way. So I got to say, this is not a good Imperial row anymore. Sardaukar Legion is the best card. Other than that, not a lot going on here. So I don't hate Beast just going Arakeen and putting a troop in. I think you've got to win this point here. I think this is an important point for you to take. You've committed pretty decently. And if you can win a combat or two now, you can then just pivot into Spice with Slow. But I don't think you're buying anything too much here. I don't hate playing the Liaison to Arakeen. I think it's totally fine. But you're scared that Baron might even go Siege here. But I think you got Arakeen. They can't do that. They need to play their bump. They cannot access Siege without using their intrigue here. Thank you, Asmodeus, for getting the scripted sorted so that he can't do that. So there we go. So he'll do it that way to get his access to Siege. Interesting, he goes for the water here. Interesting. So he's got to put at least one troop in. I don't even hate putting 6 in. I think go to 6, and you know you're probably good here. Ooh, 5 is risky. Ooh, there's some bluffing going on here. So he's only putting in the 1 more, so he's saying he's got a battle intrigue. I wonder if Baron's going to go for this, though. Baron's got Bounty Hunter. He might punt Savfk here and go for this. Ooh, I think Beast should have put in a 6th troop. I think with no daggers and no battle intrigue, he's kind of bluffing here, saying that he's got backup and he's not that worried. Glacier trying to get this a little cheap, but asking for trouble here from the Baron. Tessie with an action, by the way. There's no way for Tessie to get 3 troops in for negotiated withdrawals. So do they bother with Arakeen to get the extra troop, or do they just go smuggling? I don't hate smuggling here for Tessia. I think smuggling's totally fine. Gives you 4 persuasion. I don't think anything else is really going to peel off the row, though, is the problem. That 4 persuasion's not doing a lot. But I think given you got memo quarters, you need to be prioritizing these faction bumps here. And your Tessia verse as well. So I think for me, I'd probably cash in smuggling with the intentions of, instead of shipping, next round and the round after. But the problem for Tessia is Tessia, I think she's got all the mining cards now. Signet Ring, both Dunes, and restrictive negotiate withdrawal. I don't think she's got any more mining access. And if she doesn't, I think she has to smuggle now. Yeah, I don't think Tessia's got any more mining access. There's no more triangles in her deck. I think they're all out here. So I think I cash in the smuggling. Looking to use like your diplomacy to hit whatever faction you decide to bump with your bump here. Yeah, more I look at it, I think I'm going for smuggling here. I don't think Arakeen's good enough. And it's not going to allow you to redraw here. You've got 7 cards to go. You never went fold space. So you've got no fold space backup to get you out of a jam here. I think you need the faction bump. I think it's too important. So yeah, I think for me, it's smuggling for me. There's mining, I don't think's that good. You got no techs. I don't think artillery's helping you here. I don't really see what else you've got here. It's Arakeen or it's smuggling. I think taking spice is kind of not really doing a ton here. I don't think getting the troop in for the water is that important either. I think it's smuggling for me. And does agree. Do you bump Emperor or do you bump select the Bene Gesserit? I think I bumped the Bene Gesserit. I would like to get the Emperor as my 4th bump so I can get some troops in with like my Signet Ring and get some and help, and that will help with negotiated or just winning conflicts. I think I bumped Bene Gesserit. Looking to probably go secrets next round. That's how I would play it. It's going to make Beast Life interesting. I think Slavi's still good. I think there's high cancel plans here. Baron's going to go for it. Yeah, I think Beast has asked for trouble here. I mean, this is a mistake from Beast. Should have gone in. Oh, Demand Respect is found, but he has no spice. So he can't get both bumps from that. But I think he's still going to go for this. I think Beast should have put in the 6th troop, and Baron would not have gone for this. But I think 5... I think it's tempting for Baron here. He might well go for this. He knows if he puts in 3, he's going to be on paper ahead. Doesn't know what Beast Reveal is. Might ward him away here. Baron's, it's kind of 50-50. If you commit and you're wrong, it sucks. You're putting in 3 troops for nothing. But you might cost Beast resources, and there's worlds he wins. Ooh, he doesn't put them in. Well, Beast bluff works. Had absolutely nothing. Beast gets it through. Beast goes Sardaukar infantry. Well. That's interesting. So, Beast is going hybrid here. Trying to get another combat win. He's still got Call on the Market, though. He is going to pivot for that. Sardaukar infantry can work with some Call on the Market strats with Beast specifically, because you can still throw some troops in and still harass people. Doesn't buy the Spice Hunter that comes up on the row here. But yeah, Beast gets away with it. Beast gets away with it. So Baron's going to reveal a sword and the bump. 4 for Tessia Vernius here. I don't hate Tessia considering Spice Hunter. I think Faction Access is at a premium here. And you're going to need to get that third bump of the Fremen somewhere for your Memocores, right? So I think Spice Hunter's fine. But you've got 12 cards. So it's a bit awkward. You've got... Are you Fremen bonding Spice Hunter often? Probably not. But not buying with 4 Persuasion kind of sucks. Maybe Spice Hunter. Maybe a Liaison. I don't really think I'm buying anything else. I somehow don't think Toll's going to buy here. I think Toll's going to is going to pass this. But it's not an easy decision. It's fairly unclear. But I think they're going to think, I'd rather stick to 12 cards. Again, Liaison I think is totally fine. I don't hate it. Also, sorry, a bit of background noise. It'll stop shortly, but I can't help that. I don't hate Toll taking that, thinking about it here. I don't hate a Liaison. I think 1 more is fine. I wouldn't buy 2. We should have go all in on Liaisons? There's 4 left. I don't think I like buying 2. I don't know if I like that as Tessia Vernius. Like, you want to be getting as much factions as possible, and I don't think Liaisons are helping you with that. Not a fan here. So Beast breathes a sigh of relief. The bluff gets through. And nothing's going to happen here. So Baron having to take the water. That's the thing as well. Baron, I don't think really needs the 2 water here. He's got peddlers. He's got 5 water now. And I don't think he's doing a lot of it. So it's tough to pull the trigger there with Baron. If he finds a combat intrigue of some kind that with swords, he goes for it. So again, I think Beast, little fortunate there. But you take what you can get. All right, round 4 is up. More combat, by the way. Arakeen is next. The water is not doing a ton. The water, the Solari is not that attractive anymore here, so it's largely a win or don't get involved. Now, Beast has found his negotiated withdrawal, so he might be able to come out with his signet ring and get stuck in, but his hand is pretty bad. Beast has not drawn well here at all. Does Beast Mentat? Does Beast go artillery? I think he's going artillery. He is. So Beast is going for a reveal strategy here. We've negotiated and to try and get hold of some whatchamacallits, some spice and souls we call the market. He's going to try and couple that with artillery here. Interesting. Hyena can get hold of Holtzman if they want, of course. Shuttle Fleet turns up, though. That might be of more interest to them. Interesting. We shall see. So, Tessia's up. Tessia's hand is abysmal. Tessia can't smuggle. She's got no shipping access. Tessia's... And again, this is the problem. Like, we knew that this was going to be the case here. What's the last 2 cards? Yeah, she had no shipping access at all. I was correct. So, she knew that... She should have known that she was going to get no shipping access here. So, it's got to make a decision. Has 5 persuasion. I counsel her to get to 7. But it's not a ton. Diplomacy's in the draw deck here. Didn't even draw that. So that might tempt an Arakeen punt here. I think we might see Tezia stall out with Arakeen and Mentat. I legitimately think so. But she's going to be concerned that Baron's going to get hold of Swordmaster. But I think Tezia's Arakeening here and is going to start drawing, and that's exactly what we see here. Looking for the diplomacy, which she gets hold of first. And she's going to get involved here. Figures perhaps this is the combat to go for. Beast is going to put the Frighteners on, though. Beast is going to go Signet Ring and is going to make Tezia's life really miserable. So, Baron goes to Interstellar Shipping here. Not worried about it goes Research Station. Not worried about Interstellar Shipping, so he's going for the point here. 2, 4, 5, 6. He finds 9. He has 9 persuasion exactly. Which is a little awkward for Baron here. Baron really wanted to get hold of like 10 to Interstellar Ship, but he can't. He's got to make a choice now. He might just reveal for the point. He might be forced into this. Interesting. Helena also not bothering with shipping. What's going on this round? Oh, Helena goes for... Oh, she goes for the tech. She's not seen that Interstellar Shipping's right there. She can get this whenever she wants. Oh, Martel. Why are you not shipping? I think that's... I mean, she's got a Holtzman and just guaranteeing it, but I don't think Holtzman was going anywhere. Who's taking Holtzman here? No one's taking it. I think he could have waited. Unless there's a specific plan that Helena's got up in mind here. But I think that's a mistake. I think she should have gone shipping there, and then Swordmaster, and then get hold of Holtzman. I don't think Holtzman was going anywhere. And I think anyone's getting hold of a tech, they're getting hold of Shuttle Fleet anyways. So that's my honest opinion here. Base goes Imperial Basin for a load of spice, threatening some Highliners. Troops are going to start going in. He will throw in more with Signet Ring, don't you worry about that. No alliance yet for the Beast, so his Signet Ring is not highly put in. I think putting in 1 is fine. With intention to throw in more. And a trick we've negotiated here. But yeah, I think that's a miss from our... If I'm missing something, then let me know. But I don't see any reason not to ship there. I think that's just an honest miss. Although, now it would have been interesting, because now Beast has picked up the spice. And would he have gone Holtzman? That would have been fascinating. Tezia throws it in at Hardy Warriors here. Oh my god. Absolutely petrified of the Beast here. Thinking Highline is incoming. Not taking chances is Toll. Absolutely throwing it in here. My god. It's a huge coup of troops. Beast loves to see it. So Baron's got a choice. Baron has to decide, does he take the point with the Spiceman's float, or does he ship? He cannot do both. If he goes shipping, he can do it with his ring to get an extra intrigue as well, which makes it a bit nicer. I think he's going to ship, if I had to be honest. I think he's a little concerned with his Fremen alliance now. I think he's a little scared. Knowing that, of course, that Tessie does have Water Peddler, it is going to allow continued aggression on the Fremen front. Baron really wanted to get to 10 persuasion, so he could just ship and not have to worry about it, but he didn't draw it. He's only got 9. And he's not like he's drawn 8, where it's like, well, he might as well go instead of shipping. I think, given you've drawn your Signet Ring, I think I lean towards taking the instead of shipping here. I think I lean towards it. What are you doing for 8 persuasion? I'm grabbing Sardaukar and... I don't know what from there, but I think I'm grabbing Sardaukar Legion. Yeah, I think Baron. I think with his, if he didn't have his Signet Ring, I'd probably reveal. But with Signet Ring, I think I'm going shipping here. He's going to take the cash. Interestingly, he will protect his Fremen alliance, so definitely scared of that. No surprise. Baron not picking up his intrigue. Baron not picking up his intrigue. What the hell? What's going on here? Why is he not taking his intrigue here? Has he forgot? I think Baron's forgot to take his intrigue with his ring. Can you believe it? Wow. Helena takes Swordmaster. Beast has to Signet Ring to Savfk here. You could also go Haga Basin and just have an absolute ton of spice. So which means that you're going to go full space. You're going to start hitting selective. I don't hate Haga Basin either. Throw in free troops. Oh, Baron's saying, oh, can I grab an intrigue here? Oh, dear. It's a little late. The players are going to let it happen, though. Oh, he finds good authorization. He finds a spacing bump. Interesting. There might be potential for some steals there, perhaps. That, coupled with demand respect, is really scary. I think Baron's going to have some interest in trying to take this alliance back from Helena. So, Haga Basin or Savfk. Besides Savfk, quid pro quo is found. I tell you what, that's not bad for Beast here. That's going to help supplement the fact there's not a lot of faction access going here. So he's going to throw in, I think, free troops. If he throws in free, they know he's got negotiated. Yeah, to me, like, I'm looking at them thinking, right, well, he's got negotiated withdrawal, wants some cash. And the fact he's looking at Green's deck specifically tells you that he's got negotiated draws. So I think it's a bit face up here from Glacier, but I guess it is what it is. Like, he's not going for the combat here. Tessia does not need to be concerned about much, I don't think. She might be a little bit worried, though, if Beast has got, like, some sword intrigues. And artillery is going to also unsettle here. But I can't see Tessia is going to continue to commit troops here. But what else does she do? She's also got a problem, does Tessia Vernius next round. She's got to decide if she wants to get hold of her Swordmaster or she wants to ship. She's not going to do both. Baron's going to do whatever she doesn't do. So maybe, as Tessia Vernius, I'm mentatting here with the intentions of going shipping next round, and that I'm going to catch up with my my Swordmaster later. I actually don't hate that as Tessia. What's your last card? I think it's I think it was like a 2 persuasion card or something. It also means that you get to see what Beast reveals, and you're going to be able to yeah, Beast is she's looking for negotiated here. But I think Tessia just mentatting here, I think is totally fine. You see what Beast does. You get to see whether this is a bluff or he's negotiating, which I would imagine he probably is. He's got one card in his to draw, though. There are worlds it is his negotiated. And that's what we see from Tessia. She's going to mentat. I think this is a good move. I don't think High Council makes a lot of sense here. Yeah, mentat. I think this is a good move. Get hold of your other dagger. But it's fine. Just a stall. Knowing the next round you're not getting a Swordmaster. So I think this is totally fine. So Baron's going to reel for 8 and a sword. So the question is, what does Baron grab? I think Baron's got to grab Sardaukar Legion. Oh, power play comes off. Well. Well. That might change Helena's tune here. Well, Helena's got a false, so she's going to use it. Beast can go on a power play. He's got 5 persuasion. Oh, that's huge. Alliance incoming here. Helena's just going to go secrets. Which I don't hate. Finds to the victor. I think she's going to struggle to get that off, though. It's going to be difficult. Drawing her signet ring. So Baron's going to be able to retreat troops. And is going to get all the power play here. This is very strong. Very strong here. And he's going to make the punt for the Bene Gesserit Alliance now. Because he's got corner market. Shifting's being planned. Power play's in. That power play to like a highliner at some point is going to be just a straight point. That's really, really good here. So Tessia knows she's good. Is Tessia going High Council? She's going to go High Council. She's going to let some more stuff peel off here and hope she gets something decent. So Tessia did definitely signal they were going to go High Council early in the game. So getting it done here. So their money is spent. Helena's going to reveal for 4 and just pick up Liaison. So Tessia revealed for 6 and a water. Tessia Manatee's on the row, which looks pretty tempting. I would like that as Tessia. You do got memo quarters you've got to worry about here. Oh, Helena changes his mind. And Helena says, actually, no, I'd like to not buy Liaison. I think they're after Tessia Manatee, and they do go for it. So Charney turns up instead for Tessia. It is water, and it is throwing access. I would consider it. It's 2 persuasion as well. It's not a bad reveal. But the problem is you're never getting this Fremen Alliance anymore. But she is going to go for the water here. They need to grab the water here. They have not done so. So Tessia wins the conflict. It'll be a couple of coins for the Baron. Beast picks up 4. Whoa. That was an interesting lag spike. So, yeah, Beast is going to pick up 4 Solari here, which is good for him, because he's going to want High Council as well, going for Call the Market here. So, I think everyone's going to be fairly happy enough. Tessia committed heavy for this point. And it's going to take a little while to recover from that, combat-wise. But she'll be happy. We're going to move on. Round 5. Cloak and Dagger. The 2 intrigues looks not bad. The influence bomb obviously is very tempting as well. There could be some combat here. Beast refines negotiate withdrawal with his signet ring, which is really good when you compare that up constantly. No faction access with quid pro quo though either. That is a problem. I think Beast might be looking at some High Council action before this is all said and done. Tessia's up first. Tessia's hand is brutal. Wow, Tessia's hand is pretty bad. I think Tessia might go research station before this is all said and done. I think it's going to be instead of shipping and research station because she's got Water Peddler. If I had to guess. I don't really see what else she's got here. I think this is a Spice Must Flow buy turn for Tessia Vernius here. Baron's got buckets of Solari. I think Baron wants to win this conflict with guild authorization and demand respect and an influence bump here. There is chances he can take this spacing alliance this round here. Helena has pulled shifting allegiances, though. Maybe she might find a reason just to lock it up here. This could be interesting. But I think Baron's going to target this. But Helena, the only way she's going to be able to get hold of shifting and power off is a trip to Imperial Basin, which is kind of sucky. She's got a decent persuasion hand, though. Maybe Helena buys Spice Must Flow here. Of course, she does have Wholesome Engine, remember. I think Tessia's got to intercept the ship here. I think smuggling makes no sense. You can also pick up some spice, but I also don't think it's helping you immediately. Is Baron going research station? Unlikely. Not on the face of it. Sorry for the hiccups. Now, Baron goes Hager Basin with his Fault Space. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. And yeah, I think that's telling the story here. Baron wants a piece of this action. Tessia's going to go ahead and Mentat with the Truth Sayer. So she's going for Spice Must Flow here. Dagger will go out for something. She might not play shifting. She might just go for the reveal here. She has 9 persuasion, but a ton of actions. Beast is up. So Beast again has got all this spice, but nothing to do with any of it. What do you do as Beast? Arakeen looks pretty good. I think Arakeen's probably where you have to start, right? You feel like you've got a reveal negotiated. You got 2 daggers. Do you go Tex? You need the spice, though, for quid pro quo and other stuff here. So, unless you're going Dreadnought, does Beast Raban go Dreadnought and Detonation? It's a bit weird with negotiated withdrawal, I guess. But you've got daggers in the back pocket here. You've drawn both of them. It's either High Council or it's probably... I don't hate Dreadnoughts. I mean, Detonation... with, because then you've got artillery as well, and you're going for a high reveal strat. You've got, like, the Sardaukar infantry. I think it's the time to go for it. You're going to get a lot of heat for this, but I think you've got to take the chance, and that's exactly what we see here. He's going for it. Here we go. Beast Raban goes Detonations with the Dreadnought. It's a war declaration. Here we go. Next tech is going to be training drones. Probably a bit late in the day for that now. So that is bad news. And Baron now feels that he's got to police the table a bit here. Beast is going to want to try to commit really heavy here with his Signet Ring, with the intention of trying to ward Baron away. But Baron's probably going to have to get involved here. Beast looking pretty dangerous right now. Tezzy's up. I think it's Research Station for me. I think given you've got the Water Peddler as well specifically, I think you've got a Research Station. Maybe as well do you get to the 9 Persuasion? Maybe not, but I don't really see what else you're doing here. You could maybe Arakeen it. And does go for it. Finds the other liaison. Oh, dear. I don't think they wanted to see that from Arakeen. And it's the problem, when you bought all these liaisons, this is the issue. You're going to have hands like this where, like, what are you doing with half your stuff here? This is the problem. This is why I didn't like Tezia buying all these liaisons. Because you end up in these sort of situations can happen where you're just kind of stuck. Swordmaster for Baron. Helena's got to back up a ton of actions here. I suspect we're going to see probably a trip to Arakeen for all is said and done. I think that'll be the next move. She wants to use shifting. Tessiman is also interested. Tessiman is going to be played here. She's going secrets. So the discarding is going to happen before she draws anything. So it doesn't really matter. So it's done in clockwise action. Card or a troop. Beast ditches convincing. Tessie will ditch the Peddler for the water here. Baron would... Oh, interesting. Baron... What Baron doesn't discard in the shadows? Whoa, what's going on here? How does he not discard that? Fascinating. What is happening here? Baron, the in the shadows isn't active yet. I guess he probably doesn't need Dune either, but interesting. Just not giving the story away. Lena goes secrets, finds finesse. It's pretty decent. Here comes Siege Tiber. So gonna throw in a bucket of troops. If Beast can win the combat, he'll go for it. Nah, just the 4. Does not have his ring active yet. Has no alliance, so it's just 4 units. I think Beast, in the end of the day, I think Baron's going to probably feel he's got to commit heavy here, and Beast is going to retreat here. This is kind of unfortunate for Baron. So Tessie Venice is the exact same spot she was last round here, and now she is going to go Research Station, I think. No, she's going to go Carfag. War of Life is found. That could be a point later. Water's not going to be an issue. Spice might be, though. Yeah, I guess I'm more looking at that Research Station second time around doesn't make a lot of sense, actually. Puts the troop in. I don't hate. So Baron's got to decide, does he punt for this? Hardy Warriors is there. He has to do it now if he wants to, though. Hardy always protects the Alliance. Between Demand, Respect, Guild Authorization, and the bump, he can then take the Spacing Alliance. But he feels like he'd have to secure it. And the problem is, Helena might end up shifting before all is said and done here. Difficult spot, though, for Baron. It's a tough call. You've got Water Peddlers. It means that your Alliance is completely safe. You never have to worry about it. I don't think it's under a ton of threat, though. What else has Baron got going on here? Selective Breeding, I don't think, is that good anymore. I think he's going to go Hardy Warriors. I think he's going Hardy Warriors here. Massive lag spike. Unfortunately, I think they might have seen the bump was there, though. That's a little unfortunate. Massive lag spike there. That is unfortuitous. So Hardy Warriors it is, and he is going to punt in. Beast is totally fine with this. Beast is going to retreat troops. And this is the thing, Detonation Devices, I think, has slightly influenced this. Baron feels he's got to stop this. Helena's just going to go ahead and ship here, interestingly. So she's not going for Spice Must Flow. Imperial Basin's being eyed up here. Chome Delegate comes off on the road for the Bene Gesserit Sister reservation. So this is great for Beast. Does Beast Reborn tech negotiate and grab training drones? I think I'm grabbing training drones here. It's more troops. Yeah, I think I'm doing this. And here we go. Training drones it is. It's a little late, but you're still going to get some hits of this. And that coupled with detonation is very scary. Ain't it negotiated? So, real concerns here. Next tech is Holo Projectors. Pretty good. Again, maybe a little bit late in the day, though. So, Tezzy's going to reveal for 4. Chome Delegate's going to be taken. Gurney Halleck turns up. Oh, my God. Helena's going to get hold of Gurney Halleck here, probably. My goodness. That is kind of absurd. One of the best cards. Beast hates to see it. Baron reveals, taking the bump. Gets a sword. Nothing to do. So Helena's got 8 persuasion. I think Imperial Basin, I think, is coming here. If she saw, unfortunately, the guild authorization bump, which she might have done there with that massive lag spike, then that is, we might see her protect that alliance just in case here. If she thinks Baron's going to win it, there might be concerns. And of course, she's got shifting allegiances now, and she is not going to be seeing it next hand. So she's going to use it. She's got to use it now. I think you might as well. I think getting hold of Gurney instead of Bene Gesserit's sister, I think you've got to do anyways. So shifting to Imperial Basin is definitely available to you. But it kind of sucks to shift to protect your spacing lines when you've already got 2 clear. That's really ugly for Helena here. Oh, she never went tech negotiation. My apologies. So she would have to give up on... If she wants Gurney, she cannot use shifting. She wants a 2 persuasion reveal. Wow, this is actually not easy now. Helena could go... Oh, no, she can't do that either. Wow, this is actually tough here. Helena could tech negotiate with... But then there's no point because she can't use shifting. Wow, Helena's in trouble here. Helena might go Arakeen looking for Negotiate Withdrawal. Negotiate Withdrawal is in that deck. And hoping to pick it up. I think that's what we're going to see here. An Arakeen punt. Yeah, that's what we see here. So Tessia getting more money. Again, getting hold of City victory points when Helena's in the game means you're going to get more money than you normally would. It's pretty nice here. I think this is a bit of a Hail Mary. Try and find your negotiate draw. It's a D6. Or did you pick it up or did Tessia pick it up? No, Tessia's got it, hasn't she? Well, Embedded Agent is found. It's not a bad time to find it. It's not bad at all. Doesn't bother putting in. So Beast is going to retreat the troops. Yeah, Baron hates to see this. Not much he could do here. He had to go in. Beast looking very dangerous here. That will be the alliance. So his Signet Ring is now powered. Oh, Dispatching Envoy is found. It's a great card for Beast. Absolutely love that. Drones, of course, will be played for the extra troop here. So Beast has got a healthy garrison. Very healthy garrison. So Helena reveals for 6 for Gurney. Gets the intrigue. Yeah, gets the intrigue. Finds Chome shares. Huge. Sorry about that. Big find. Nothing to be played here, of course. So, does Baron Harkonnen go for the Alliance still? I think you have to. You've got the spice, right? Picks up Ambush. Bindu Suspension is also found. I think you've got to take the steal. Baron is not chosen yet. Beast finds second wave. Tezia has a choice of the intrigue or the water. We'll take the intrigue. Tactician is found. So Baron's got a decision here. I think you've got to do it. I think you've got to take this alliance from Helena. I think this is too crucial. I think it's demand respect, spacing alliance, take the bump there, and guild authorization, and that alliance is yours for the rest of the game. You got 2 alliances guaranteed. No one can take it away from you. You're going to feel pretty happy about yourself. Is he really going to take the Beast Alliance as selective breeding at Bene Gesserit? Wow. But he's got guild authorization. It's doing nothing if you don't use it for this alliance here. So demand respect's coming. He goes for the Beast instead. Wow, okay then. So I think his Beast is too dangerous. Gets the extra intrigue as well. Finds both ambushes. Wow. I think Beast can count himself unlucky there. I think with guild authorization, I think you go for the spacing more often than not, but decides to go for the Bene Gesserit alliance there. And there's nothing Beast can do about it. If Baron decides to protect that next round, that's it. But Beast has chances with Quid Pro Quo and Dispatch and Envoy. So Beast might take this back before all is said and done here. But Baron decides Beast looking too strong and decides to colour in here. Terrible Purpose is the next hand, is the next card here. Wow, huge. But Baron's got to find the Bene Gesserit access. And if he doesn't, Beast is going to be able to take this back. And selective breeding looks great for Beast right now. Refocus, Bindu's suspension, I guess, is going to be played. Oh, Beast is going to take this back. And look at Beast, he's looking at the discard. And he's realised that, he's probably realising that Baron can't get there because there's been so little access this whole game. And Baron's got power play as well. Oh, but Baron can't go selective breeding and quid pro quo, so maybe just power plays selective breeding here. And Baron will know that Beast has got selective. Bindu is played, finds Sardu Kar, it's nothing. Oh, Baron's not realised. Yes, he's forgot Beast has got power play. The thing is now, how's he going to secure this alliance? Because Beast surely just power plays it. Oh, Baron's, I think, has got this wrong. Unless he gets lucky on the intrigue front. It's only bribery left. Calculate higher is found. I don't think he's going to... He might play it. Oh, dear. And spacing was safer, but he took a chance with the Beast. And surely Beast is going to take this back. Unless... Helena can't stop Beast here. Beast is going to take this alliance back here. So Baron took a shot at the Beast, and it's not going to work. Power play is going to do the job here. And Baron realizes, I think he might realize now he's made an error. What was his other cards? I'm fascinated to know. Did he have any more access? He didn't. He had no more faction access. Given the fact he had no more faction access, I'd be tempted to say Bene Gesserit was the wrong choice. If you had faction access but didn't draw it, then so be it. But if you don't have a way of securing that alliance, Beast picking up power play, it's the wrong choice. Not guaranteed Beast is going to get it, but he gets it more often than not. And I think Baron realizes now he can't secure it anymore. He's made a mistake. And he's gonna... And Beast is getting this alliance back here. Huge let off for Glacier. Helena's going to go secrets to... This is a block. This is purely a Beast block here. That's all this is. It's a secret steal as well, though. Helena finds Tactician. Call the Market is vulnerable. If Call the Market goes here, this is insane for Helena. Dispatch and Envoy is lost. Call the Market is protected. Thank goodness. But power play is coming for here. But this is a block, I think. Or a block/steal. But Beast is just going selective breeding and taking this alliance back. I think any other option seems insane. You just got to take it back now, right? You can't take chances. In case unless Baron has found access there. I mean, unless you're absolutely, unequivocally sure. You can't be sure, though, because smuggling's sitting there. You cannot do... You've got to do it now. Smuggling is there. Like, if Tessia doesn't smuggle, Baron can smuggle and secure this alliance. You've got to do it now. You can only not go selective breeding if there is, like, 100% chance Baron does not secure it. He's got to take this alliance, right? What else is he doing with power play here? He needs an alliance for his signet ring as well. And you've still got Core the Market. And it starts shifting through your deck here. You've got, what, 3 more to draw, so you don't have to worry about cycling through your next hand. It's power play for 6 for me all day. I don't really like any other moves. I think this point is important. Especially with Baron. Baron is your main competition here. Baron's taking his shot here, but he can't stop you. I think you got to punish that. I think he's looking for his own discard. I think he's thinking what to trash. Beast wants to get involved in this combat, though. Bear in mind. He's got troops to use. He's got his Sardaukar infantry. He's got training drones. He needs to start emptying out his garrison. There's a combat he wants to win here at Terrible Purpose. He does have access to Hardy Warriors. You can trash more cards while he's at it as well. Second place is not really any good to you here. Meanwhile, Tessia's got a negotiated withdrawal. It's going to be difficult for her to use it, though. I think we will see Baron probably use Calculated Hide this round. I think I'd be using Calculated Hide this round as Baron. I think I wouldn't be leaving that. 2 ambushes, though, is really good. And here it is. Yep. So Baron tried, but with no other faction access, I think it was the wrong move. I'm not just being results-orientated here. If I knew I had no other faction access, I would have gone. Especially when he knows he could have taken the Space Alliance and had the point. So he's fired his shot and missed it. Beast gets really convincing. Is he not? I guess he doesn't care about Core the Market anymore. Wow. So Beast is... I guess Beast is giving up corner here. I don't think he has any intention of trying to get hold of this point anymore. Yes, he figures he's got to get 2 Spice Flows for free. He's never going to have the most with Helena the way she's set up here. So I guess there's a degree of argument for. So maybe Beast making the right call here. He's got artillery still. You know what? I don't hate that rationale from Beast. Which means I think Hardy Warriors is incoming here. So Tessia's up. If Tessia wants to get hold of this negotiated withdrawal, she's got to dump a load of troops in. She has to hit 2 cities. She could also smuggle here. And I don't hate smuggling for Tessia Vernius here. You could smuggle with your signet ring. I don't hate that. She wants some Spice Water of Life, though. That might influence Imperial Basin. But I think, given you need to negotiate withdrawal, I think you need the free troops. I think, for me, it's smuggling with the ring. I'm looking to hit, maybe Research Station? Maybe Arakeen, I'm unsure. But I think I'm smuggling here. Get hold of this. If you can get hold of Spice, you can Water of Life it as well. Tessia Vernius has got to buy Spice to slow at this point, and she's got to start setting up in memo quarters. She's a long way back. She's only got 6 bumps out of 12 for that. Has no alliances. No one has bumped the Emperor yet, which is insane. So she's got to start making a hit for that. Unfortunately, the Bene Gesserit has been locked up. It's been carnage over there. It's been absolute carnage. Man. It's been a wild round. We need to talk about Deemer at the end, about taking the Bene Gesserit alliance. That'd be fascinating. She goes Research Station first, ahead of the Beast! Whoa! Not worried about smuggling, doesn't care. Interesting. Shani, Dune, and Diplomacy. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. Has 11 Persuasion, so just gonna bank in the Spiceless Flow now. I think I still would have preferred smuggling, but whatever. Signet Ring's going to get used here, I imagine, at some point. She's got to start getting these super tokens going. Toll is starting to fall behind. Has got to catch up here. Sardaukar Legion from Baron's the only logical thing for him to do. I think I'm taking... I mean... You can probably save Calculator for now. I don't think anyone's taken it yet. I don't think, but I don't hate taking Calculator now and just calling it a day, but I don't think he's going to use it. And I think he's going to struggle to find it later in the game is the problem. Helena's just going to go Steel Suits and get some troops in. Get a bump. Gurney Halleck is incoming, of course. I don't think she's going to be able to use shifting here. She cannot take the Mentat. She's kind of hoping in a way that Tessia Verni smuggles and she can actually get hold of Mentat in a weird way. I think Helena is flirting with this combat here. And is hopeful that Tessia smuggles. Beast is going to go to Great Flat here. And here we go. Highliner is now being threatened. Training Jones is going to come in here. Highliner's a bit awkward though because he won't get full value out of it. So maybe he's not going to worry about it. So 3 in. 2 plus the 1. Helena being threatened here. Helena having a good look. Helena does have eyes on this conflict here. Beast looking at Tessia. Everyone's looking at each other's discard bars. Trying to work out what's going on. It's still smuggling for me. Smuggle and then just diplomacy to somewhere, wherever is left. I don't think anyone's going fold space. So I think for me it's smuggle with the Signet Ring. And I'd actually go fold space. Maybe smuggle away from spacing. And then with your Signet Ring. Use that to start. I'd probably take both bumps in the Emperor. And just garrison troops at this point. She wants to get hold of Negotiate Withdrawal though. Maybe, but there's no way for her to do it now. She'd have to smuggle and then use Signet Ring to a city space to get Negotiate Withdrawal off. Which you could definitely do. But for me, all routes go through smuggling at this point now. I think whatever you're doing, all routes are going through smuggling. Whether it's to get the troops in... She's going to do it this way instead. She's going to hardy warriors and chuck them in this way. And she's going to shift away from here. Okay. I think she's still probably going smuggling, though. It's got to be smuggling now, right? Nothing else makes any logical sense. I guess hardy warriors is the way to do it. You get your water neutral, chucking the troops in. You're never winning this combat, though. You're not trying to win the combat. You're just after Negotiate Withdrawal. That might be a little bit naked here, though. Baron is up, 6 persuasion. Rowe is again pretty quiet. Chris Knife has turned up as well, but other than that, not a lot going on here. So Baron's going to go Carthag, I think. Oh, High Councils. High Councils with the liaison is interesting. You don't see it often. Here comes the Calculated High. He's going to take it now. So Bounty Hunter is incoming here. Baron thinks he might be able to win this conflict with both his ambushes. Wow. Everyone wants this victory point. Tier 3s are incoming as well. Maybe Beast just decides to give up on this conflict and let them fight it. Gurney's coming as well. I think Beast might decide to not get involved here. Gurney to Arakeen, double card draw. She will not find Spice Must Flow. Oh, she's at 8. So... Helena can throw in 4 troops. She's got Tactician to the Victor. Finesse is even sitting there. Does Helena go for this? I think she is. Oh, it's all 5. My apologies. So she will go in here. So Beast has a choice. I don't think I'm highlighting as Beast here. I don't think I bother. I don't think it makes sense anymore. You're committed so heavily. You've got second wave as it is. I don't think I get involved now. But what else are you doing? You're 6 persuasion. But Highliner you're getting not as much value out of, though. You're only getting 4 in. So you get 6 troops in. So you could get 19. Second wave is going to be good for later, though. So maybe you can still go for this. You've clearly given up on calling the market. But you don't want that falling into other people's hands. If Beast wants to win this conflict, he can. That's the advantage here. Solid Infantry's 3 swords. He's got second wave. If Beast wants to win this conflict, he can, and that cannot be stopped. That is the situation here for Beast. I think you've probably got to get a bump with the spacing regardless, right? You've only got 2 faction bumps here. So I still think Highline is okay. And you're going to have, like, just garrison. You'll be able to throw dudes at it, but decides against it. It's going to go Carthag? Ooh, I don't like this. Wow, fine strong arm. That's huge with training drones. He can drop a troop whenever he wants here. So Beast is going to try and win this with second wave and Sardaukar infantry. It's probably going to be enough. He does it away as well, so he's going to protect his spice and wait for highlinering the tier 3s here. Glacier taking a risk. You don't know when you're going to find that diplomacy. He's going to gamble. Tezzy's up. It's still smuggling for me. Smuggle with your signet ring and get hold of that Fremen bump. Get hold of, get a bump with the Bene Gesserit and get a bump for the Emperor and get your signet ring ready for next round or whatever you want to do here. You've got memo quarters. I think you've got to do this now. You just got to get in here. You still got your spice and slots guaranteed. I think I just cash in the smuggling. I still think it's through here. I don't see what else you're doing. You're not going tech negotiation. You got no faction access. I don't think Imperial Basin is that good for you here. You might get to Imperial Basin anyways. Next round. You take the spice. It gets your Water of Life ready for next round as well. I just don't really see what else I'm doing here. There's no point putting a 4th troop in to get the 1 spice. I don't think that makes any sense. And Baron might still go in here, by the way. Baron has mentored for an action here. And could have Bounty Hunter. Might not. But there's definitely worlds he's got it. And he's got those 2 intrigues, and you don't know what they are. I think Tezzy's... Yeah, it's just... I think... Yeah. I don't see any other moves. If you do, then cool. It just seems the best to me here. You're getting so many faction bumps doing this. And you've got memo quarters. And you, again, you're behind here. You are behind. Supposed to going to get you to 5. You're going to get another point here with the smuggling and such. That's going to get you to 6. You can shift away from the Fremen as well. And get your Emperor bump. Which means you need 1 bump at Emperor and 1 bump at spacing, and you get memo quarters. It's a bump. It's a pointer bump. It's why you went Hardy Warriors, right? To retreat troops and to do this, right? Yeah, I think that's it for me. I think I smuggle. I shift away from the Fremen to get my Bene Gesserit bump. Which gives me the 2 bumps there. It's good for member quarters. You've got 3 with Fremen, 3 with the Bene Gesserit. I then take my negotiated bump at spacing, and the smuggling bump at, or the 3rd bump with the Emperor, which sets you up for signet ring at some point, just to go Emperor and do that. She goes for the spice. Oh, I don't like this. She's trying to protect Water of Life, but you can get this as smuggling anyways. Unless she's got intentions of going shuttle fleet. I think what she's doing here is she's getting the spice, and the idea is she's going to grab shuttle fleet to get memo quarters that way, but I don't think it's necessary. But maybe she thinks she's going to get Alliance on top. That's the only thing I can think Tezzy's doing here. If she's Imperial Basining, it's because she's intending to go to She's intending to go to get hold of Shuttle Fleet. But she's not guaranteed to get hold of Interstellar Shipping. Like, Helena goes first. But it looks like that's what's going on here. I still take the Fremen bump. Oh, the Bene Gesserit bump here. But okay, whatever. Guess at this point it doesn't hugely matter this way around. I think I still would have gone Bene Gesserit regardless, so just see what the intrigue was now. But whatever. So, Baron. I mean, he has to go to Carthag now. I see no other logical choice. You could go Siege for the water. You could do that. You could do that. But I think he's going Carthag more often than not. Baron, if he goes Carthag and puts it all in, would have 14 strength that he knows of. He knows 14 is probably not enough anymore now. I think Baron was kind of flirting to get it anyways, so... Baron's considering smuggling here. But I think Carthag makes probably more sense. And he does go Siege. So he's prepping up for research station action here. He's going to look to pick up a Spice Must Flow later. No Solari. No infiltration. So Helena is going to reveal for the 9 and pick up the Spice Must Flow. Gets an entry. Oh my god, she finds the other dispatch, the envoy. She's got both. Helena can't use any of this. It's only finesse she can actually use. That is nuts. I think I'd still be finessing Bene Gesserit for Emperor for Spacing Guild protection here. Oh, she was short? Oh, she had 8. Guild Ambassador turns up here. How did she not use finesse? I guess she doesn't need to yet. So Guild Ambassador is going to try and find some a point that way, but it's not likely. Sword is found. Beast is going to reveal for 3 swords, though. Courtesy of artillery, has 5 to buy. Row has changed a bit here. Gilded Chief Admin now on the row. I would consider taking it because you need that spacing bump. And it gives you more Highliner access. I think I would honestly be taking this to give you more Highliner access. I think you need it. Your deck's only 11 cards. Yeah, I like this move. Spice Mongers turns up, wouldn't bother with that. But I think the extra Highliner access is good for you here. You are threatening it. So Tezzy's going to reveal and retreat for the bump. She has 9 persuasion. We'll get hold of Spice Must Flow. And she's going to bump the Emperor this way around here. So she wants to get hold of the intrigue instead of the troops. Which means Tessia Vernius is giving up all intention of trying to win any combats here. Tessia Vernius is, she's going to turtle up and just try and power through on alliances now. It might not be enough, though. So Tactician is going to be played. That will tie up. Oh, is she going to retreat? She retreats! She gives it up! She gives it up. Beast is like, thank goodness for that. Beast did not want to commit more resources to this win. It does not have to. So, Beast is considering using second wave anyways. He's concerned about losing core of the market, but I would not worry about that. I think Beast should just pass and move on here. Is Helena really secret stealing you next round? I don't think so. I don't think you got to keep... I think second wave is fine to lose. Don't worry about it. You're not getting core of the market off here anymore. Beast thinking about it, which is a little bit suspicious. A little bit weird. He does second wave for protection. Just gets it out of his hand. Okay. Just freeing his hand up, not taking any chances with the secret stealing. Because he needs strong arm and quid pro quo protection here. So Beast is going to get 2 points. 1 for the win, 1 for detonation. Gets a trash a card as well. She's going to trash out convincing. Call it a day. And detonation for the point here. So Beast gets the 7, and Beast is probably favourite going into this round 7 here. So try to get the table looking a bit nicer. I do apologise. That'll have to do. There we go, that's better. Nope. Nope, there we go. Okay then, so here we go then. So round 7, first tier 3 is going to be Economic Supremacy. It's not great for Beast, this. Beast also has drawn diabolically. That is about as bad as it gets. Good grief, that's terrible. Baron's not amazing. Helena's going to go for Spiceless Flows now. She needs Chome shares. So there's going to be a smuggle at some point for Helena. Helena's drawn weird, though. Is Helena going Research Station? She probably is, but she's going to probably do something else first here. Maybe instead of shippings first. She's had access there. She's never gone there, which is bizarre. She's got all these dispatch envoys, so she can do anything she wants. Selective Breeding's an option. Gets an intrigue out of it as well. She needs a point with the Fremen. She's got no bumps with the Emperor currently, but I think it's shipping first. So this will get us some cash. So Tessia Vernius is, if she wanted shuttle fleet, she'd have to wait. That was the intention. Helena does have finesse. And he's going to use it. Just going to use it for the cash to get hold of Chome shares here. Taking the chance of the alliance here. Just going to take the point. So Beast is up. Beast has no access. I think Beast is forced to Mentat immediately here, right? I don't see what else Beast can do. Beast has got a Mentat with intentions, obviously, of looking to threaten the conflict as well. Beast will feel he needs to get at least second place here. He's got to get a point out of this, right? But he'd like to keep the dagger for artillery here, but I think your hand is so bad. It's either Mentat or Arakeen. If you don't go Mentat now, are you going to get to Mentat later? If you don't go Arakeen now, are you going to get to Arakeen later? When you get tier 7s, people love to try and draw loads of cards, so he's going to Arakeen it first. Use this to get troops in. Finds his diplomacy. Massive find. Strong Arm and Quid Pro Quo looking very tasty here. Highliners is now being threatened. Beast could win it here. There are worlds I think Beast might win. It's difficult though. It's only going to get 1 point out of it. He'd need more money. Or he'd need to get some spice out of it. Maybe Beast can go Highliner and Strong Arm it to get his 2 points. To get his 2 bumps, then get his point. And then threaten Hanger Basin. And cash in for 2 and win the conflict. I think that's the move here for Beast, right? I mean, this is where you got to threaten. Whether the players are going to let you get to Hanger Basin is another question entirely, but I think you have to give yourself chances. If you did that and won the conflict, you would win the game. It would be over. I think that's the route here for Beast. Someone has to go Hanger Basin, then so be it. But you've got Great Flat as well. You're going to have 2 water here. I think that's the move here. I think Beast, Strong Arm, Highliner, and then use the 2 water to cash in the spice. And I think Beast just wins. I don't think he can be stopped. I don't think he's going to be able to be stopped here. Just sheer weight of troops is going to get him over the line here. He's got 5 swords in his hand because of artillery. Baron might go Hardy Warriors, though. And Baron's going to have to fight him here. Baron figures he has to win this conflict. Reminder, of course, as well. So, second place, reminder, Roma is sitting watching. Roma finished second. 9 victory points and 4 spice. That is the threshold. If that can be protected, he will go through. If second place finishes higher than that, Roma will be out of the semi-finals. The players will know this. Water of Life opening up from Tessia makes total sense. Her hand's not great. She's going to have at least 1 spice must flow. Her hand's almost like got way too much persuasion going. She just needs options. Well, Oh, showroom delegate is found. The shipping access. Huge. What's she got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 persuasion. Showroom delegate, diplomacy, and then something else, I guess. But she cannot afford shuttle fleet anymore, if that was the intention. Invasion ships is there, but I don't think that's doing a lot here. Tezia's got to make a dive for these faction bumps now. She's running out of time here. I think for me as Tezia, I'm shipping. I'm taking the Bene Gesserit bump. And I'm just physically hitting fold space. No one here is going fold space to stop you. There is no way in a million years that someone's going to fold space to block you. It seems completely ludicrous. It seems kind of spiteful too. Tezia might go fold space first though. She might go secrets now actually. Maybe you go secrets and use your interstellar shipping infiltration. You can infiltrate whenever you want. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe you go secrets first. I don't think you're getting the selective breeding, nor do I think you're ever needing it. I mean, you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're not buying 2 spices flows. It's not happening. So I think for me, it's secrets. Pull 2 intrigues, and then infiltrate shipping next round, and then see what happens. Maybe you actually pick up the spice first, and before you go shipping. But I think it's secrets for me. Yeah, double intrigue looks pretty good. Oh, what else is Tezia thinking here? Troops you don't need to worry about. You can infiltrate shipping whenever you want. You can't selective. And if you're going to go fold space, you might as well go secret. She's also eyeing up the Emperor Alliance. She's also eyeing up the Emperor Alliance, but she can get that with a bump as well. Tezia almost needs to do too many things here at once. It's a little awkward. Tezia needs this game to go one more round. She's going to go Mentat. She's looking for Negotiated or a Signet Ring. She finds neither. She re-pulls the dagger. It's not what she wanted at all. And now there's trouble here for Tezia. She might not get to secrets. Or wealth. Most interesting. Tezia might get punished for that. We'll see. Baron is up. Baron's going to go research station. He needs to buy Swiss flow. Going to start looking to get dudes in. Finds his signet ring and both his daggers. Ugh, it doesn't feel amazing. 2, 4, 5, 6. He can't afford Swiss flow. You'd have to get negotiation for it. Wow. So Helena's up. I think Beast is going to win this game this round here. But if Beast wins this game this round, it's game over. The players must know that, and they will all be out, and Roma will go through. The table has to stop the Beast here. The table has to stop the Beast. They will feel if Beast wins this combat, he might win the game. They know Highline is incoming. Helena just truth says to selective breeding, though. She's not worrying about it right now. So Dagger goes for the trash. She gets an intrigue out of it as well. Finds Poison Snooper, which is pretty good for her, actually. That's a great draw. Guild Ambassador is found. She hasn't got the spice, so Diplomacy is found. Poison Snooper's got to be played here, surely. To protect something. You might as well Snoop, right? She'll get rid of the dagger for another draw. Finds Convincing. I think you got a Snoop as well. Draw another one. Convincing, another one found. Might as well draw it. No reason not to here. It's 9 persuasion exactly. But I don't see how Elena's ever getting the spice, though, for, Oh, she can go mining. But if she mines, she gives up the spice must flow point. Which she needs for Holtzman. Oh my god, Beast is going Tex! Oh, he's going to do it this way instead. He's not even going to worry about picking up the spice must flow. I see what Beast is doing. He's going to go detonation devices and Highliner. And he's like, I don't even have to worry about the spice and winning. As long as I get second place, it's good. But he needs to win still. So he's going to go the way around. Instead of winning with the spice, he's going to win with the Dreadnought. Tezia gets back to secrets. Machine culture is found. It's not doing anything. The players have to stop Beast here. If Beast wins the combat, it's game over. And they're all out. But I don't think anyone's doing anything about this. Blackmail is also found. Tezia's got a load of swords. But Beast is just going Highliner. He's just ending this game, right? No one's doing anything about this. It's kind of insane. Baron's got to go in here. Carthage, it's got to be... No, he kills ships! Oh my gosh. Baron Harker, the Beast is going to win this because no one's stopping him. They're all like waiting for someone else to do it first. Maybe they figure the game's not ending. But Beast is going to show Strong Arm here and Highliner, and they're going to be like, what have we done? Baron, I guess, is going Carthage with the Bounty Hunter. And he's just going to hope this all works out. That's he's hoping here. But Beast can just throw everything at this. And I don't think he's stoppable. He's going to get... What's it going to be? 5 troops, plus a troop, plus the Dreadnoughts. It's 15 strength. The last troop he can strong arm, so you don't have to worry about losing anything out of combat. 6, 21. He's going to have, what, 26 strength here? Unless Baron gets lucky and finds... I don't know what he can find. I think this is over. I think Glacier's going to find his way in the semi-finals. I think everyone else is going to be out here. Tezia's making a late push. But I think it's too late for Tezia. She's going to get a point out of Memo Quarters. She will get the 8th point here. But I don't think there's a way for her to get to 9. Oh gosh, she's going to get Spiceless Flow though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So she's going to get to 9 points, I think, but she's going to be short on spice. Roma has 4 spice, and I think Tezia can only get to 3. Unless she gets specifically 3rd place. And she might out-resource Roma here. Dispatch and Avoy is played. 2 steel suits for the point here. But surely it's too late. Beast Raban just high lines and strong arms, and surely it's over. I don't see anything else that makes any logical sense here. She took the spice, didn't she? Not the bump. Yeah, she took the, did take the spice, just making sure. Beast is looking, but nothing else has any sense here. Here we go. High line, strong arm. Madness, this. And that's it. It's just game over. Strong arm's going to be tabled here. And it's just game over. And that's it. Has strong arm now, that's it. It's over. It's all over here. And the players must know they're out. Unless Tezia can find a way to 3rd place without costing her any other points elsewhere, it's over, surely. But Tezia's got, she has 10 persuasion. And Martel knows it's over. Yeah. It's all over here. No one did anything to even try to stop Beast here. He's going to have 28 strength. Beast doesn't think he's safe yet, but he's got 28 strength here. How is anyone else getting to 30 here? So Tezia Vernius has to go Imperial Basin and then has to go into the shipping. Oh my god! Tezia can score 10! Tezia Vernius goes Imperial Basin, picks up the spice, puts the troops in, doesn't matter. Then she interstellar ships And she's still going to get the Spice Flow for 8. She's going to be able to get a bump, and she can buy Shuttle Fleet. And Shuttle Fleet gives her the bump at the spacing and gives her bumps at the Emperor, and she scores 3 points and wins. And she'd be good for 2nd place. It makes sense, right? But she has to go base in first. She's got to get the Spice to pay for Shuttle Fleet now. And she just gets the 10 victory points, and she's good for 2nd. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Dune down to 9 and Chome Delegate. Yeah, that's the move. That's the move. But does she see it? It's a bit bizarre going for Imperial Basin. I figured you got him Basin now in case Baron decides to go there for some reason, which who knows. But I think that's the move for Tesia. Imperial Basin. Instead of shipping, and then you don't care if Beast wins, because the game's over. You're getting surely 1st or 2nd place, you would imagine. You're scared of endgames. Baron Harkonnen could easily have a point from Plans Within Plans, and Wealth would be 2. But it doesn't matter, he's only got 6. That is the move for Tesia Vernius. Imperial Basin, instead of shipping, take Shuttle Fleet. That is the move. She could also go Tech Negotiation and do it this way as well. This also works. It gives her the Negotiator. This is protection against Tessie Humanity. That is all this is. It is Tessie Humanity protection in case Helena's got urgent mission and plays it. So this actually is even better. But Tesia sees it. I think Tesia Vernius is going to get 2nd place here. Nothing happened, just Tech Negotiation. I think Tesia Vernius and Toll is going to find his way through here. Memo Quarters is going to get off in the absolute final action. And no one can stop this. It's unblockable. Chome Delegate is gonna get her through here, I think. It looks like it's going to be Beast and Tesia through to the semis. I don't think anything can happen unless the Baron Carfags and gets lucky somehow. It's the only thing left for him to do. He can't get the water for Hardy Warriors. He'd love to, but it's not on. It's Carfag and Prey. But what do? You're going to get, 16, you've got 16 strength in the back pocket. You need another 4. Private Army wins you this combat. Allied Armada wins you this combat. It would be cruel. It would be so cruel. Rapid mobilization is not enough. He's going to be short by a sword. Oh no. 8, 10. He's got 18 strength. It's 19 for the tie. Unbelievable. Beast Raban dodges Carfag, unless my maths is completely wrong. Helena does not get Holtzman engine off. 1 Spice Must Flow is it. And I think Beast is good. He's going to hold on by the skin of his teeth. Oh, he had all 5 swords as well. It's not enough for Baron then. Baron would have got to 20. Yeah, Baron couldn't win it. My apologies. No, Baron was nowhere near. I forgot about the 5 swords. Tesia Vernius fine. Shuttle Fleet. And we'll go through to the next round with the Beast Raban here. Toll has found some... Shumi is finding Shuttle Fleet here. Toll has found some big moves when they needed it. Beast has rode the waves. And that is it. Beast, Raban, and Tesia will go through to the next round. I don't know who's winning out of the 2 specifically, but it doesn't really matter. Roma's 9 points is not enough. That is insane. 7 out of 9 games in the quarterfinals. Second place had at least 10 victory points. That is nuts. That is absolutely insane. Just bump that and bump the Emperor again, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Memo Cores is good. Tessie versus Bias Fastest Flow. It's all over, so... I think Beast wins it on Spice Tiebreak, I believe. Rapid Mobilization for the last dude here, but it's not enough. Baron will score a point. But it's not enough here. Tessie Avernius kind of shutting off Baron effectively enough early on. Tessie had to do it late. Left it late to come back here. But gets the job done. Beast Raban is going to win this. Tessie Avernius will take second place. Deemer and Martel will be eliminated here. It's been a great run by all of them. I mean, Martel's super happy to have made it this far. Deemer will be a little disappointed to have not made it through. But Beast and Tessia making the most of it and getting through here. A great game.
Yeah, but plans within plans are here, right?
No, I only have the memo
Memo
quarters.
quarters.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
GG.
No
Yeah,
more.
but that's enough for you. You get 10th point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toll gets through. Found the move to Shuttle Fleet, which gets you to the next round, so congrats on that. It was either Technegotia or Imperial Base, and both were good. Yeah, what a nervy finish. It was a good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, sorry for slow playing. I'm just slow in the mind.
Look, don't look. The previous quarterfinal went nearly 3.5 hours. Don't worry about it.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Went nearly 3.5 hours,
Okay.
and I could edit out almost none of that. So you know, there's no time on it. So yeah, nervy finish. Beast, I think, was like felt good, but was also terrified at the same time.
Yeah, I was so worried because this victory only gives me 1 point, and if someone
Yeah.
retreats my Dreadnought, then I'm screwed.
Yeah, the other option I was thinking was instead of going Dreadnought, I was thinking you go Highline and then just go Great Flat. But then obviously you've still got to win the combat's the problem, and you're not getting any more extra troops in, so you have to win the combat. It's kind of awkward, yeah. You don't have no way of getting the 10th point here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so-
I was scared. I was really scared of it, to be honest. You
Yeah.
had those cuts for the whole game.
Also super scary when green steals your intrigues, and that's sitting in your hand, right?
Yeah, that was so rough.
That was
And
very
I
scary.
wanted to go there immediately, but he went there first, so I couldn't go as well.
Yeah, no, it was a move. If Martel finds it, then maybe it's a different story. But
Yeah, also with Holtzman, that would be scary.
yeah, Holtzman in corners very, especially for lane. I mean, it's basically 2 Spiceless Flows could be like 5 victory points. Completely absurd.
I had Gurney as well.
Yeah, a lot of options there. No, it was a good wild game. Definitely, it was very ebb and flow. I think Toll left it pretty late. I will say, had to do it all like in this last round here. It was kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a weird one because I was like all fraction bumps, but no cards that could do fraction bumps, so I had to do always the shipping, and I had to do every fraction bump I
Yeah.
could do with like 1 access card.
Yeah, Water of Life though. Water of Life got you through.
Yeah,
here,
that
right?
was a
Water of Life to find
perfect
that.
pickup.
It was about as good as it could have done there. Yeah, it worked out absolutely beautifully. There's no question there at all. But yeah, no, it was wild. I think I mean, obviously, it didn't matter in the end. Obviously, like Baron going for the punt on the Bene Gesserit alliance. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you've got to try and slow Beast down, right? You figure at that point he's looking most dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Like I felt that if I don't do anything, he's gonna finish soon, and like I know that I have to get to 10 points ASAP, and I needed more rounds to get there, so that I felt that's the only chance.
It's brutal though, isn't it? Because you know you can go spacing and just lock it
Yeah.
up, guaranteed, 100%. But if you
Yeah,
go here, you can't lock it up. And if Beast finds his power play, which he wasn't guaranteed to
I
do,
did forget about the
you
power
forgot
play,
about. Yeah,
to be
I was
honest,
thinking
yeah.
like because you had no factions to come out. I was like, it's the right. I guess it makes sense table policing to go Bene Gesserit, but Yeah, knowing he's got power play, it's like it is what it is. But you know,
It is possible that I would go Bene Gesserit either way if I remembered. I think because I just felt that this is going away too quickly.
yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, but no, power play was huge for Beast to recover that and not lose any kind of tempo there at all.
If you didn't do it, I was gonna go for it.
Someone
I
was
think
going to
I
get
had
it. Someone was
I
going to
had
make
like
a bump for it.
I had like a 4 bump pump play for once.
Mm.
Oh, right before he power played,
Okay.
or like at the next like if he hadn't power played.
Yeah,
round,
the
I
thing was, it
would've
was good
taken
for him
it.
though, because even if he didn't have power play, he still could have gone secrets and had quid pro quo at that time. So he was getting it back regardless.
Mm.
So he was safe there. It's just it was a tough spot for Baron. I get doing it. Like if you forget he's got the power play, fine, and you don't know he's got quid pro quo. It's like for the table policing kind of requires you to do it, but it hurts when he takes it back. It's pretty unfortunate. Other than that though, I think it was pretty entertaining. It was a fun opening row with all these negotiated out immediately. Made made it really complicated early. Helena didn't find a signet ring either, so it was like open season.
I took a gamble that
Yeah,
didn't have 4 persuasion, and I was gonna be able to get it next round with my ring.
Yeah.
And he had 4 persuasion.
It's difficult, isn't it? Do you take shifting or do you take negotiated first round? It's a tough call that. I don't hate either. I think both are good. I mean, shifting, just the scare factor of that is really, really potent.
Yeah, I think it's the right play. He hadn't played any daggers, so chances are he still has the dagger in his hand.
Yeah, I think either way is probably fine. And to be fair, like both are good with Beast. Like if he gets negotiated, great. If he gets shifting, that's also great. So it's like it's kind of like pick your poison, isn't it?
Yeah, there was the water peddler as well, which I wouldn't have mind picking up.
Definitely.
Yeah, I also
was
hope...
sad for the that he reserved like the Bene Gesserit, because I would have had a reveal for this and water peddler. That would have been great, but then it was only liaison and.
I mean, you still got plenty of use out of Peddler though. Like it funded some
Yeah,
research and bits and pieces. It obviously funded like a flirt with this alliance for a little bit as well. So.
I was so scared with no access cards the whole game and
oh yeah, of course,
still running for these tracks. Yeah, thanks for making it happen.
Yeah, no worries. Like lxGlacier and Toll to go through. It's sad to lose you, Deemer and Martel, but it's to be fair, I think you'd both be pretty happy with the competitions you've had.
Yeah, that was a blast. Thank you for organizing.
Yeah, no worries. Checks are taken as per standard. I will get the semi sorted out for Glacier and Toll and everyone else going through. I'll have to give Roma the bad news, unfortunately. That's it's amazing. Like 7 out of 9 quarterfinals, second place has got at least 10 victory points. That's pretty good going.
Well, yeah. See you around.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Take it, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, winners.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. See you guys around.
So that is going to do it for us, both for this game as well as the quarterfinals as a whole. I've got to say, even with all of the madness of some of the knockout games around the 14 and even the quarterfinals, this has been a really enjoyable game to watch. I've really loved like the ebb and flow of it, and kind of the how the momentum kind of shifted around the table. Everyone kind of had their chances, and everyone had their moments in this game. And yeah, it's always great to see a Beast fourth position win as well. I think Beast played really well, found the right moves at the right time. And Tezia, while having to leave it late, Water of Life got them absolutely out of jail, getting Toll through to the next round. So this is how the semi-finals look. So there's 16 players remaining will take on games over the course of the next week. The winners of that match will make their way through to the grand final. The second places of these games will go through to the runner-up finals. Doesn't matter anymore what happens in any of the games. It's completely irrelevant. It's all self-contained. The runner-up playoffs will have $125 to be played for. That will be played live here on Hidden Assets on March the 18th. And all eyes, of course, will be on the grand final March 19th. With a $500 first prize up for grabs. I'm super excited, folks. It's been fantastic going with the knockouts. And yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a joy. Just 5 games remaining. Should be good. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this game. I really hope you do. I thought this was a great fun, this one. Really good times. We will see you all in the next conflict.